Welcome back, Hive Mind. This is Shalzar with Hive Mind Gaming, coming at you with another Raid Shadow Legends video. As you can see here, the Doom Tower just opened up. That's right, folks. It's finally here. And quite frankly, it's meh. I know a lot of people are excited about it, and I should probably be excited about it too, but I'm just not. So basically, what you're looking at doing is clearing these waves. You've got 10 gold keys, 10 silver keys. The silver keys are pretty much just going to be there to help you through special rooms, secret rooms, and then, of course, the bosses. It will help you farm the bosses for all the bosses' goodies. Once you actually beat a room, you can go in and replay it for free to keep trying to get a faster time. Because once you beat the 10th floor, then we go to the leaderboards and it starts doing rankings, and the rankings are based on the time that it takes to clear each floor. Something that I do like is it shows what each reward is in the corner of each floor, so you know what exactly you're getting when you beat it, that kind of thing. I wish that when you clicked on it, it actually popped up what the item was, though, so that you can see what star chicken this is, things like that. So I wish it was a little more user friendly when it came to that kind of thing. I guess the reason why I'm meh about it is because I can only do 10 floors a day. That's kind of annoying. I wish I could just blow my wad all in one time. Give me, let's see, if there's 30 days in the month, give me, that many keys, 30 days worth of keys. So 300 keys. Let me do what I will with it. So let me go ahead and just farm it for the time that I have to farm it at my own leisure, and then use the silver keys to just continuously farm bosses and things like that. I don't know. It seems to me that I don't know. I guess I'm kind of torn on it, because it seems to me that would be more advantageous, because if there's a day that you can't play, then you miss out on a day, things like that. And if I could just farm it to my little heart's content at my own leisure, then I can just spend a couple of days farming the whole thing, and then I don't know. I guess there's just, it just seems like it could be better. It just seems like it could be better. All this build up for meh. So, I mean, let's at least get into it and see what we can do. And let's build us a team real fast. So the first three mission, or first two, I should say, I pretty much built a normal team that I would normally run in Arena. So it was Sifi, Val, Foley, and Madame Cerise, and then I just threw in Raglan for a cleanse. And that, I mean, it worked really well, but I mean, it's really a simple fight. So I basically am going with what can clear the rooms fast, and so I just went with all deep, AoE attackers, and so now I'm going to see how good that goes. So there you go. All right, 17 seconds. What is that? Defense charm. Oh, nice. Okay. All right. And the forge. So I think that's what I'm going to do, is just go through and I'm I mean, none of these guys are really built that well. Except for Trunda, obviously, because I use her in Arena. And I use Bellower in Faction Wars as to help me clear waves. But other than that, these guys, are not all that great. She's my farmer. So, I don't know. I guess if I rework them and make them for clearing waves, I could probably, because I know I can get more damage out of Sinesha and Still Skull, or Skull Crown. And then at that point, that would make them way faster as well. But not really going to complain. 15 to 17 seconds, so. But yeah, this is it, and all my keys will be used up in just a moment. So the good part is once this one's done, I believe this one's the final one. And once this one's done, I'll be able to go into a secret room. Or maybe it's even unlocked already. Yeah, it is unlocked. Let's try our secret room. Thanks, Arbiter. Alright, so this is a rare room. Which we were... So I built my rare team already, anticipating a rare only secret room. So let's see how well my rare team does. Well, doesn't look like they're doing too bad. They've got second-hand gear on them. At least some of them do, so because I don't really use them. So one secret room down. Yay! Our first Archmage helmet. He looks pretty cool, actually. With Banner Lords. He's got the miscreated monster electrified look. Yeah, that's pretty cool. That's one thing I haven't done is gone through and looked at all the new champs. Arena battles. Alright, let's see. Attacks one enemy, fills this champion's turn meter by 10%, fills the turn meter by 20% if the attack is critical. So self-buffing. Attacks one enemy, also attacks all other enemies if the first attack is critical. Each hit has a 50% chance of placing a stun debuff for one turn. After attacking, decreases the turn meter of each enemy without a stun debuff by 20%. I really like that ability. So it attacks one, and if it crits, it attacks everybody. Each hit has a 50% chance of placing a stun, which is awesome. And if they don't stun, that also books up, by the way, 50% to 75%. And if they don't stun, they lose turn meter. So yeah, pretty darn good. Let's see, and then it's on a books down to a 3-turn cooldown, places a 30% increased speed buff and a 30% increased crit rate buff and a 30% increased crit damage buff on all allies for 2 turns. That's really good. That's really good. And then Ascended is immune to turn meter decrease effects. Wow, that's really good. So yeah, he's pretty solid. And with a 101 max speed, yeah, he's pretty solid. He'll be fun to play around with just to see. Alright, we got a fiery unicorn here. Akoth, the Seared. He actually looks pretty cool. I'm not sure about that unicorn look, though. Unless one of his abilities he headbutts someone, that would be badass. Alright, let's see what he's got. Attacks one enemy, has a 50% chance of placing a 30% decreased crit rate debuff for 2 turns. Based on defense, nice. Let's see, attacks all enemies, has a 20% chance of placing a HP burn debuff for 2 turns. The chance of placing the debuff increases by 20% for each alive enemy. Nice. Attacks all enemies, has a 50% chance of increasing the cooldown of all skills by 2 turns on enemies under HP burn debuff. Also places a shield buff equal to 20% of this champion's max HP on all allies for 2 turns. And then instantly activates this skill when this champion is revived by Ryan the Conjurer. And increases ally HP in all battles by 25%. Or 25%. So I need to go back to the other guy, because his base speed is 95, but that's at 4 stars. So yeah, his is 101 at 4 stars. Wonder what it's going to be when he's maxed out. I'll have to go in to the other thing and check it out. Oh wow, he's just an epic. Rain the Conjurer. Alright, he looks pretty sweet. Or she. She looks pretty sweet. Yeah, that's pretty sick. Alright, attacks one enemy, has a 50% chance of placing a block bust debuff for 2 turns. Has a 75% chance of removing all buffs from all enemies. Also has a 75% chance of placing a 25% weaken debuff on all enemies for 2 turns. Alright, and this is Ascended. Revives a dead ally with 50% HP. Then fills their turn meter by 50%. Will then also place a block debuffs buff on them for 2 turns. Will also revive Akoth and Urust, the Soul Cage, with 30% HP if they are on the same team and not the target of the skill. Will then also fill their turn meters by 30% after reviving. If either Akoth the Seared or Urash the Soul Cage are the target of the skill, that champion will be revived with 50% HP and 50% turn meter and block debuffs buff for 2 turns. So that's pretty neat. So the weapons symbolize, one is the Soul Cage, which is the green guy, and then the other guy's the fiery guy. That's kind of neat. I dig that. I dig that. So her whole art is based around those 2 champs. That's cool. I dig it. And then increases ally accuracy in all battles by 40%. So she's pretty solid. She's gonna be badass in Faction Wars for sure, and probably a lot of other places in the game as well. So kind of neat, yeah. All right, and so now we now have 11 keys, and we can replay this, and it won't cost us any keys, but it will allow us to tweak our team and keep playing it to 1, get better times, or 2, to keep playing the team to set it up to where the next time we run into this secret room, we have a better team. So yeah, so that's interesting. So where we're going to use our silver keys is once we finally get to this boss, we'll be able to farm that boss for his sweetie goodness. And the reason why that's important is because you only get 10 keys, 10 silver, 10 gold keys per day. So at the end of the day, at in-day reset, it resets all your keys. So if we get to reset with 11 silver keys, then it will reset back down to 10 and we just lose those silver keys. So what you do is you push to your 10th floor, to your boss. If you can beat the boss, then you spend all your silver keys farming that boss to get all his sweet, sweet goodness. And then that way you spend all your silver keys. Because if you don't, you just lose them. So if you don't have a team that can beat the boss, the first boss, or whatever boss you're on, then drop down to the boss that you can beat and just farm it until reset. Because at that point, you don't want to lose those keys, and it just gets you more resources for free. So, all right, so we're just going to keep going and get to the final boss here, and then at that point we'll take a look at the first boss. All right, so here we are at the first boss. Let's see what we can do with this guy. So let's build our team. So my normal team is this, and throw her in. Okay, so this guy's the guy that's not immune to provoke, and he's the one that hexes everyone and keeps hexing them. Yeah, so let's see. He doesn't put buffs on himself, so we don't need a buff stripper. And the cleanser won't work because when you cleanse off the hexer, when you cleanse off his hex, it just puts it right back on. Block buffs or block debuffs might work. I forget if block buffs will work or not. So we could probably try that. He eats through block damage and unkillable. He just goes right through it. So let's see. And we don't know if we're going to deal with waves or not. So I want 2 rezzers, because we can still res our guys as he hexes them and kills them off one by one. So if I have 2 rezzers, if one of the rezzers dies, then I can do that. And Raglan is definitely the best rezzer in the game. One of the best. A 2-turn cooldown. So let's we can't put HP burn on him because that just heals him. We could do, so Tyrant's out. I could use Molly. She's not really built for that, but I can always rebuild her at a different time. I mean, this is only the level 1, the first boss. So if I use Molly, that'd give me my second rezzer. Got Sifi as my block debuffs to see if that even works. So I could do that. Can't use Trunda. For SNGs, let's try that. Oh yeah. So there's waves. Got it. All right. We'll let Septimus do his work. Good job. I love watching Septimus do work. All right, let's see how... So no hex there because he was provoked. All right. Well, so I mean, that was pretty good. All right. So what do we get here? Used to craft artifacts in the forge. Okay, so that's the dragon, the magma cores to make the dragon, the armor specifically for the dragon. Gotcha. All right. Well, cool. So we can continue to farm this guy with our 11 keys, and this will be done. So let's do something else. So, all right, so let's try this guy out. Oh, and you can do a multi-battle here. That's pretty cool. But we want to try different things, so we're gonna just let this ride. So Septimus should have 100%. Both Septimus should have 100% crit rate because, well, maybe not. Wow. I'll have to check that because they should both be pretty darn close. So 21 seconds for the first boss with those guys. Interesting. All right. Well, let's redo this and see if we can't have some fun with it. I'll be right back. All right, so let's try this one and see. This is very free-to-play friendly. And see where it comes in. So our all-rare team. I mean, I don't know about you guys, but I want 5 Dracomores. I don't know what I would do with them, but I want them. So our all-rare team is not doing horrible. Yeah, so 48 seconds on all-rare team. I mean, she's geared for my clan boss. He's geared for faction wars. The other 3 are just in hand-me-down gear. Yes, I know. Don't be upset because my apothecary's a hand-me-down gear, but I've got other champs that do his job. So anyway, yeah, so it's doable. At least the first boss. So if you can't go much further when it comes to bosses, you can at least continuously farm, the first level boss. So I mean, that's cool. I dig that. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and farm out the rest of my 8 silver keys, and then we'll check out the hard mode. All right, so here we are in hard mode. I actually like the fact that they made it so obvious that it is in a different mode than the purple of the regular Doom Tower. So I dig that because you can't accidentally spend keys where you don't want to spend keys. What I don't like is I don't have keys for hard mode and I don't have keys for normal. So I don't like that. So if I spend all my keys in normal, I have 0 keys left in hard. Okay, so that's kind of lame, actually. That is really lame. Huh. That is pretty bad. So you're never going to be able to beat both sides of the tower. Because if there's 120 rooms, you'll never have enough keys to beat both towers. That's dumb. Just another thing that I don't like about. Alright, well, that sucks. Okay, well, that pretty much ends that video. So, alright guys, well, other than that, then, there's really, that's pretty much it for this video. So, I guess tune in tomorrow and we'll actually do the first 10 floors of hard mode. So, yeah, so if you like what you've seen and you want to see more, hit the like button and join the Hive by hitting the subscribe button, and we'll see you next time. Bye.